another one. Welcome to Real Life Topics, guys. Turn y'all up a little bit. There we go. Welcome to Real Life Late Nights. Guys, welcome. Late night Real Life after dark. It ain't that late night because usually Real Life Topics don't go live until 8, 9 o'clock, and then we do it to the late night Real Life. But that's the name of this segment, guys. It's called Real Life Late and Night. Okay,
we switch things up a little bit, and we get a little into we adults. We talk about little grown folk stuff, Okay. When the kids gotta go to bed, during that time when the party is going on. This is like what we doing, like Real Life Late Night. What's Sammy calling it? A garage party? This is the garage party.
Yes. What's a Real Life Late Night, y'all? Period. I guess it just continued. I didn't even say hey to Mr. Whatever. But yes, guys, it's open forum. What's good? We just had an exclusive interview with Mr. Benjamin Scott. Make sure y'all follow, like, and share Mr. Benjamin Scott, the autism ambassador. Now, if it unplugged, then that's fine.
Well, I said you should be fine. I would have just pulled up close anyway.
Yep.
What we talking about, y'all?
Open forum.
Open
Open forum. Where should we start? Is the question.
Now we don't know. I ain't gonna say that.
Where should we start, guys? Ridiculous.
Trying to say,
Woo! Oh man.
We should talk about some music. We should start off with karaoke since we started out.
Well, we should have started off with Young Teezy song. I'm gonna go ahead and play a song for you, Young Teezy. Because Late Night Real Life is promotional song promoters. $10, guys.
Get your song played.
I
don't know if y'all seen our new list, honey, but we got some specials that we have going on throughout the summer for voiceovers, for acting, for modeling. We have media services. We kind of have that's what we should have. We need to figure out how to clip all that stuff in here when we, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely have some summer specials going on. You know what I mean? We're growing. So in the midst of us growing, we're just trying to do better and be better. We have some really good prices. We're not trying to chop your head off. We're just trying to make a few dollars. We don't really have big sponsors yet. So everything that we're doing here, we're doing it on our own, y'all, and we don't mind. As much as God bless us, we're gonna try to bless y'all. And it is what it is. But we're still growing, and in the midst of us growing, we gotta make business. One thing they tell you in business is never undersell yourself. So we're not underselling ourselves, but we definitely have to make it to where we can grow.
We're making it to where we can grow, and also it's everybody. It's a kind of a struggle for everyone financially. Everybody it costs money to invest. It costs money to grow.
You got to pay the cost to be the boss.
You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Well, Real Life Topics podcast is based off majority of nonprofiting. You help, I help, each one teach one. Affordable prices, because we know how it is. It's 2025. Bills it's real life. The struggle is real. Bills got to be paid. Mortgage got to be paid. Rent got to be paid.
And the more time we spend here, we're not out doing things that we possibly could be doing to make money. So we gotta make it make sense somewhere. And let's just be honest.
Yes, because I got a proposal to do something outside of what I got going on. That we can do so many things with income, but we definitely just want to look out for one another, to each one teach one another, and just affordable prices. So I'm telling you, and the affordable prices is gonna go up. You know how taxes go up. Of course, Real Life Topics podcast is gonna go up.
This is our summer special.
This is the summer special.
So get it in while you can. Is what we're trying to say.
You better get these interviews while you can, baby. You better get these interviews while you can. You better get these promotional songs played while you can for the affordable price. And it's still going to be affordable. Don't get me wrong, but this is the heck of a sale. You want to tune in to Real Life Topics podcast. You need that voiceover. You need that feature vocalist. You better hit Real Life Topics podcast up, because it don't get no better than this. It's exclusive. It's exclusive. It's exclusive. Okay? So, it's open forum this evening. And Real Life Topics got something to talk about. We're going to start off with a promotional song from Young Teezy, because it's karaoke for us too, and it's like late night after dark. But we're going to go ahead and play Young Teezy song. Young Teezy is from St. Louis. This is St. Louis, and he's the I can't even come up with your name. The manager of Quality Music Management. Okay.
Woo! Support.
Shout out to Quality Music Management. Shout out to Quality Music Management. And this is a song from Young Teezy featuring Ra.
It's gonna be a hype girl tonight.
Right. Shout out to Young Teezy.
What's the name of the song?
The name of this song is called Ra. My bad. Well, actually, this song is called She Got It. Sorry. She Got It by Young Teezy. If you need that promotional song, pay $10 even. You need to be on Real Life Late Night, guys.
That is everything that made me go and conquer fears. After the rain, it stopped going down. The sun will shine again. Cheers to the good life. We was born to win. My story was written to the winner so I can hear. And that's the one.
Y'all don't know She Got It by Young Teezy. Quality Music Management. Oh, excuse me. My phone. Oh, no. Guess I got to get a little bit more organized, huh, guys?
Maybe it's real life. You don't know. It is what it is. That probably was it. It was only 2 minutes and 29 seconds.
Oh. Well, we're playing it again. She got it. I just need to not touch my phone. So shout out to Young Teezy from Quality Music Management. Period. St. Louis. Well, we'll do it again. We'll give one more run. Right after we do our open forum. Young Teezy from St. Louis, baby.
What dance they do in St. Louis, y'all? What's y'all popular dance in St. Louis? Because you know in Chicago, we do footworking, we got stepping, we do a little jugging every now and again. What y'all do in St. Louis?
After the rain, it stopped going down. The sun will shine again.
St. Louis!
Young Teezy, Quality Music Management. Make sure you follow, like, and share. Young Teezy, baby. From St. Louis. Need your song promoted on Real Life Topics Podcast? Hit us up.
Inbox.
Name of this song is She Got It from Young Teezy.
You need to have a DJ coming up for him.
I know. So we can mix on to the next song. Yeah, mix it halfway.
Real life. That's what late night real life needs to be. Club.
So look to see halfway. It's a nice song, though. Quality Music Management.
Give me Lil Baby vibes.
Yeah. Hey, my hair ain't fail. I'm gonna have to hair.
I'm just trying to find shelter to the rain.
That was Young Teezy, She Got It from Quality Music Management. That was a hit. Make sure y'all follow, like, share Young Teezy. Okay. So, welcome to Real Life Topics, Real Life Late Night, After Dark. A little bit early. It's still a little light outside. It still ain't getting dark. Till about after 8.
We family on time for something, so you know.
Yes, well, you know, 7 o'clock turned into 8-ish. I mean, 7
ish.
7 p.m. turned into 7-ish because it wasn't 8 o'clock. it was 7:30 something. So, you know, that's Real Life Topics logo. Of course, we go live on 7-ish, at 7-ish. And
7 is 8-ish.
You know, that's
whatever works for us, because, you know, life be life and we cannot stress out, you know. Prayer of serenity, understanding the things that you can change, the things you can't change, and know the difference between the two. So, since we have that concept in life, we cannot stress out about things that we cannot change, and the things that we can change, we will. But at this point, when 7 o'clock hit and we're not here immediately on time, that's why we open ourselves up to give you a little piece of who we are. So we're not flawed and we're not fake. We're gonna let you know what it is, you know. So we have to be real with ourselves first. So we're also gonna be real with y'all. So sometimes we may start at 7-ish. We have technicalities. We have children. We have life, and it's okay. We're not beating up nobody about it. We're not gonna beat ourselves about it. We're gonna move up on in a very positive fashion. And it is what it is.
Yes, Real Life Topics podcast go live every Thursday night at 7 p.m.-ish time.
And we do 2 segments. We have our first segment when we do a little bit more serious. We have our interviews. We speak the real life topics of the things that is going on. Then we have late night real life. We kind of get into the more adulting part of things. You know what I'm saying? This is the segment where you put the kiddos to sleep.
Exactly. The late night real life when we play good music for everyone. Artists, up and coming artists. Like I said, we just played Young Teezy from Quality Music Management. His song was called She Got It, and we're going to play it one more time for you guys before we end this segment. But if you need any type of promotion song promoted, Real Life Topics Late Night got you. You better hit us up in that inbox. You on your way to the top, you might as well land on Real Life Topics podcast, one of the first ones.
Yeah, be a part of history. Be a part of history because you know how everybody have humble beginnings, right? And y'all want to be a part of our humble beginnings just like we want to be a part of you all. So, you know, we got to start somewhere.
Yes.
It is what it is. What we talking about tonight?
Yes, open forum. So, I want to talk about, it's unfortunate, but I want to talk about how people's intentions are not good and everyone is not down to each one, teach one mode. Okay? I'm very confused on why, when it comes down to business, why are people just not totally focused on business? Why does it always have to be something else going on when it comes to business, guys?
Man, let's tell the truth.
Men versus women.
We as women in this industry, and I'm not gonna even say it's a male-driven industry, but we have a lot of our followers are males.
I mean, this is a man's world. Y'all better tell her. It's a man's world.
Whatever you want to say, how you want to. I mean, you say that, but if it wasn't for us,
but it wouldn't be nothing. Nothing without a woman's or a girl.
Okay, but listen, in our few months that we're almost coming up on a year too. So don't soon. I mean, a couple months down the line, but we'll be coming up on a year soon. But in this time of us coming into this industry, we have come across a couple of rifts. And don't get me wrong, because the women are more willing to help, and it's the men that want to help or they act like they're trying to help, but to be honest with you, there's always an ulterior motive. And why, you know? Why is it that we can't get genuine help out of a male without them wanting a happy ending?
Yeah, and you know what that happy ending is.
I mean, like this is the truth. And we can say what we want to say, but this is experience because we have not, and I'm not going to say, we ain't met not one, because I was about to say not one. We ain't met not one man. And don't get me wrong, because we're not displeasing to the eye. We understand that as women, but why can't we have genuine help? Why can't nobody just come into our life that are men who just genuinely wants to just help and just be there? You know what I mean? Supports. Because we have women that do it all the time. We come across women and ain't no winking and need something. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you scratch my back, I'm going to scratch yours. And that's what we would like to have as far as men are concerned too. But let me tell you, my friend told me that I was talking to yesterday. He told me that men and women can't have platonic relationships. And I think that's something I guess that women are delirious about. Because, in our minds, we can be friends with y'all. Like, we don't mind. It doesn't have to be anything but a friendship. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind being there for one another. What's the topic? Hey, Derek Powell.
Hey, Mr. Powell. Check Real Life Topics out on the Life Chat podcast Wednesday, July 9th at 7 p.m. Central Time. You don't want to miss Real Life Topics, one of Real Life Topics' first interviews.
Yep.
It's going to be Real Life Topics being interviewed for the first time. Mr. Derek Powell from the Life Chat Podcast. Make sure y'all check us out Wednesday, July 9th at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's about that time for Real Life Topics to be interviewed. So it'll be our first interview.
But it's open forum tonight to answer your question, Mr. Powell.
Mr. Powell, it's about open forum tonight. Right now, we're kind of based on men.
Well, no, we're not the industry. The issue that we're having in the industry with men, that nobody has really just genuinely wanted to just support us as women, is always a happy ending involved in some way, shape, or form, or fashion. We have people that tell us that's what it is, and then once they get comfortable with us, the guns come out. And it's like, oh, well, baby, just sit on my lap and tell me. No.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And that needs to change. Just, and I'm like, I have a friend of mine that always was like, hey, we not a part of that industry thing. And I'm going to go with that as well. We're not a part of the whole industry thing. This is a whole new wave that we starting off with Real Life Topics Podcast. No, we don't want to be with the industry stuff. Of course, we want to support one another and things like that. But we really are based off changing the dynamic of that whole industry thing, that whole foul, what's going on with celebrities right now, because I feel like we can grow and we can become something and become, famous or whatever like that without that whole industry title. Like, we not trying to mix in with the whole industry thing. We separating ourselves.
It's a new way. Aquarius says we're innovators anyway, baby. So we came here to shake some things up. Okay? We come to rebel against the industry in that fashion of not being savory, being very negative, being very overly sexual and things of that nature. We want to be able to come together in a more intellectual way, in a more family-oriented way, in a way that we can just work well with each other without it being an ulterior motive.
Ulterior motive. Come on now.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know, and I mean a negative ulterior motive, because let's just be honest. Everybody has a motive in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But we're talking about the ulterior kind. Well, it's just not. It's really just benefiting you, and you just trying to use the next person to get ahead. The crab in the barrel mentality, just trying to step on the next person to get ahead. We're not in that realm. We don't want to be those kind of people.
That's why we're not going to consider ourselves. Shout out to Block Hustle family, Block Hustle Entertainment. Shout out. But yes, we're not trying to add on to we're not adding on to that whole, okay, that was better. How did that come through? Because I captioned.
What?
Okay, you did. Okay, you turned that camera up or something.
I ain't doing nothing.
I don't know, but whatever you pressed over there gave us quality. So is that what it was? Yes, it was.
I didn't touch nothing. I just clicked on it.
But yes, more quality. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's just, that's why Real Life Topics is here to discuss these type of characteristics about the dynamic of life, because I think it should just be a switch up on how everyone kind of doesn't do things without their intentions being some type of ulterior motive, like she said. And so
there has been no genuine connection. I mean, even if it started off that way, eventually it's approached us in some manner that is, and it's like, okay, when we know we're not supposed to, we shouldn't mix business with pleasure. So when we come or when we talk to people, in our minds, like you said, we're just creating a business friendship. You know what I mean? Like, we're just trying to make connections so that we can grow. We all want to learn and grow through each other so that way we can come up together. That's like our whole motive.
Yeah.
That's our whole motive. So when we come across people when we think that they're genuine and they're not, it's kind of, it puts you in a funk. It puts you in like like, dang, why? Like, why every time we talk to somebody we think we getting somewhere and it's like, her, me, you know what I'm saying? It's always, it's something. I mean, and like I said, don't get me wrong, because women, we have issues we have had, and it's not as many. Women kind of have, I guess, the jealousy, don't want to see you come up thing. But it's like, it's different when a person portrays themselves to care genuinely, and then it's like, no, you really don't. You're just trying to get my cookie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dip my my cookie in some milk.
So what y'all think? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Why is it so difficult for people to just men? I'm sorry. Today it's about the man. Why is it so hard for the man to come across a woman and just be more focused on business and growth and development, more towards an ulterior motive to feel good, to fulfill your flesh, because it's all about fulfilling your flesh. The situation with men and women working together without expectation has always been a touchy subject. That's true. That's why I said right, without expectations, like
boundaries. There should be a boundary. You know what I mean? Like it's like, and there's no shame in the game either. There's always a wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? What Trump say? I'm gonna grab him by the, like it's always that.
Yeah.
Touchy or not, what is the outlook on that? Like, why? I'm pretty sure you have a daughter or a mother or a sister. Would you like for them to? That's always my thing when I speak to men about their behaviors and things they do. You know what I'm saying? If you have a aunt or some woman in your family, you know what I mean? Would you want for them to be treated in that manner? You know what I mean? You don't want somebody to just genuinely help them. It's like, dang, y'all looking for this? Here, I got something for you. Like that. Okay, well.
And like I said, it's like I would say 80%, but 90% of men. What's going on, man? Why are you guys not helping genuinely? Why is you always looking for something at the end?
Because like I said, we have services. We have ways that we can help each other that has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
So
I could sleep in a bed with a man, butt naked, and I ain't got to do nothing with him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you already know, like,
I'm just trying to say the difference between
men and women.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Like, I could be, we not doing all that. Well, some of us is, because we know them little thirsty
Thought
boxes, they going. But I'm just saying, like, the average woman
just want genuine help. Like, just want genuine support.
I was just getting ready to say, because ain't nobody looking for no help. Genuine support. Yes, genuine support.
So that's like we asking these people. Let's get that right too. We come on here and we talk about, everybody, in the field that we're in. A lot of people solicit because we are all this is a work of the heart for us. This is something that we truly, nearly, and dearly. We have these conversations with each other all the time before we even brought it to the Real Life Topics platform. So we figured let's expand and bring this to other people so that we can, like I said, learn and grow through each other. Each one teach one. You know what I mean? However we do it, and hopefully that we can grow. Plant the seed so we can grow. All we ask is for a little water. We're not trying to be plucked and picked and poked and prodded. You know what I mean? Like,
and then it don't have to be about that. When we do come together, we need to show that we're coming together without no expectations, like Mr. Powell said.
And it's so crazy though, because we come across people that can genuinely help us get to the next level, and they choose not to because they ain't getting no tinky and no winky.
Right, it's ulterior motive. So that's the.
And lucky we smart enough, because there's some girls out here that's going. They don't know, you know what I mean? Like, if some girls are like, okay, well, I'm just trying to get ahead.
Right, like all them girls that R. Kelly sold dreams to and things like that. Like, yeah.
It's like, why pray? That's praying on people. That's the reality. You're praying. You're praying on women. You know what I mean? Y'all ask us to be these soft women, but it's like in order for us to survive in this life, we can't be, because when we're vulnerable, we get taken advantage of. I think that should be known from the very beginning. Not interested in anything other than business. It is. Always is. It's not. There's no. It don't matter. What does that matter? You can tell a man. Let me tell you something.
I was just getting ready to say, do you want me to tell you a million stories? It don't. No.
Because to be honest with you, that's how it's brought to us. It's brought to us like, this is business. Period. Like, this is just business. And then a week or two in, like, okay, well, if you're willing, and it's like, yeah, no, but we just said this is business. It's like, that's a touchy subject to even have to talk about, because it's like, dang, I want the help. But it's like, do I have this conversation with this person? Because, but I tell her all the time, you gotta have it, because you gotta break that ice. You gotta break the monotony of you gotta break the ice of the tension in the room, so that we can be able to move forward. Because my thing with anybody, whether it be man, woman, or child, you gotta put it out there, because the people that are supposed to be in your life are gonna be genuinely be there, regardless of what you say. Or what, you know what I mean? Like, if they're genuinely there for you, you want to be able to weed out the snakes. Mm-hmm. So you got to say how you feel. So I get that. I'm a lady, and the one thing that I know is things come to me. So I don't chase anything. I attract everything.
That's right.
I do. I don't chase after nothing, because chasing after stuff, baby, have you somewhere in somebody's trunk. We dealing with people right now. Okay, baby, we told you the story. We just started. There's so many people that
we only been in the game. We only been in the game 5 months, but
we have people that come up against us for no reason. Okay, no reason. Where we're genuinely cool people. She's more of the outgoing one as far as friendly. I tell her she's too friendly. You know what I mean? But I have to keep my front up, because she too friendly. So I got to even us out.
Right. Okay.
I have to be the, like, you know, what they say, good cop, bad cop. I guess I got to play the role of the bad cop. I tell her all the time, you too friendly. And that's why. And it's crazy that you can't genuinely just be a loving, kind-hearted person without somebody thinking, oh, dang, she's going to get in between the pain. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yes, that's what I was saying.
You know, I don't know. I have to keep my front on, because she'd be like, yeah, girl, and I'd be like, no. No, ma'am. That is not what's going on. I'm telling you. Don't fall for the okie doke. Are you sure, girl?
They call me Kumbaya. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try to kill people with kindness.
That's what her name needs to be instead of Stephanie Gosh. Y'all need to be Kumbaya.
Yes. I mean, half of my family calls me Kumbaya. And I'm all about healing the world, making it a better place, like Michael Jackson.
But let me tell you something. Reality kick in. When reality kick in, your ass be sitting in the corner crying somewhere, because you tried your best. And the world told you that ain't what's going on.
I always try to look at the brighter side of things, guys. It's just the brighter side.
You can look at the brighter side.
Give me a hug.
You can look at the brighter side of things, but reality is that ain't life.
No, it's not. It's not real life.
Some cracks and some creaks and some sharp edges and some cuts, and you got to be aware to be alive.
And when can we finally get over that hump, guys? When is that over that hump? It's 2025. We need to be coming together more anyway, because it ain't looking good for us, for the whole country.
Okay, so listen. What if? Okay, so this is my. I'm a thinker. I always think about things, right? He coming in. He needs some love, girl. He didn't have enough. He ain't seen me since I've been here. He coming in. He trying to make his way.
Right, you be rubbing him and stuff, but he messes with the other people's anyway.
Oh, he got ulterior motive, just like. He trying to get his rub on. Well, no. What if we as a people are the way that we are because we are that part of the balance? Because you have good and you have bad, right? But what if this is our role and our position to play? Because they say we are the head and not the tail. So you have other races of people that do get along and do have that family dynamic. Maybe we take the burden of the world because God built us to be this way. You know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, outside of that aspect, we are beautiful people.
Yeah.
Man, we got it. Do you hear me? Man, we're beautiful people inside and out. It's just that whatever the case is, we just like can't get right on life, It is what it is. Like I said, even with me, and this is just my understanding of myself. Like, throughout this life, I take accountability for whatever behavior that I have, and I have to reevaluate sometimes in my life just to be able to grow for growth. And so I'm good at a lot of things, but I'm not good at picking mates. I'm horrible in that department.
At least you being honest.
I am. Like, I do not do I always have a crazy. Man, let me tell you. I always have a crazy.
Now, do you think you might always have a crazy because you might attract what you are?
No. I just like I said, I told you, I don't do good. I'm not good at that department. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm just not good at, because of the kumbaya. Oh, give him a chance. It's gonna be okay. Because I'm still an Aquarius, so I'm a humanitarian.
Right.
I'm not a judgy person. So I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but sometimes you can't do that. Especially when you're dealing with, things of that nature. So it's like, I'm okay with that, though, because there are so many other great aspects to me. Maybe that's just not meant for me,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not mad at it, Mm-hmm. I enjoy me. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. That's why I told my kids they're going to come get me off the mountains or the island somewhere, because I'm going to travel. So when I get old, I'm going. I got to see the world. That's what's for me. Maybe that's just, but yeah, the way people operate in this world is just, it's crazy.
So how can we change that dynamic, guys? And or what is the issue? Is this just how life is going to be when it comes to people having men versus women having ulterior motives?
That's why it's good to have you a good male friend. Don't get me wrong, because all of them not like that. And even if they are like that, you have the ones that are like that, but they still have to understand, like, I like you, but I understand that, we friends,
Right.
It is
right.
what it is.
Right.
And those are the people that I really like to have conversations with, because they're the ones that keep it real with you and give you an insight. My friend was just telling me the other day, like, you cannot have no platonic relationship with no male. It's like he said, unless you've grown with them. Like how DeAndre,
Mm-hmm.
I've been knowing him since.
Shout out to DeAndre, Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore, like DeAndre, that's one of my best male friends, and like you said, we can lay in the bed together, and there's nothing, we didn't have men unless we didn't got messed up and be knocked out, and that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no trying to rub up on, sneak up on something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But he was just telling me, he like, because I'm like, I do. He like, you can't just lay next to no man. I said, yes, I can. He said, but I guarantee you, the friends that you are talking about are the ones that you've had grammar school. I'm saying, somebody you've had some longevity with. I said, you're right. You got right.
Yes, it is longevity.
It's been some longevity, it's been through, because like I said, I do understand that we are not displeasing to the eye. We're good women, you know what I'm saying?
Good looking women, and it's
not even looking.
I mean, if you're good looking, you're good looking.
But not even good looking. Like,
and a man looks at you and say, "Well, I take it,"
But it's not all about looks, though. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's not to a man.
It's about your man, yeah, but your man too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
that. Not to a man, baby. If you're sexy, what that coochie do?
You ain't gotta be sexy. We just talk about the whole. Long as you got a hole.
Well, of course, because we do know somebody that comes up with multiple people all the time. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, though, like, for real.
Real life topics is something else, but this is real life, guys, and we just talking about how we come across people in this type of field, and it ain't even people. We talking about men today.
No, but let's talk
about men today.
On that aspect, but then we also have haters too. We have,
of course, both sides. Both sides.
Female that just simply hate on us for no reason. We ain't did nothing to nobody. Don't get me wrong, because we do come in the room and we gonna take over, and it's not on purpose. We can't. That's just our personality. We're bubbly. We gonna mix. We gonna mingle back. We gonna shake some.
Yeah, but still, the women empowerment thing is a drought on that.
Okay, well, shake some too, though. Don't be mad if that's not you're not who are
women empowerment definitely needs to, because like I said, I have over, Real Life Topics Podcast has over 400 to 500 views weekly, when we do our live thing. Well, guess what? Out of them 400-500, we might get 15 to 20 likes and loves. Come on. I know y'all see us. I know you see us. You hating.
And even just for support, I'm the type of person, I will see something, I might even watch it all the way, but I like it before I leave it.
Yeah, because sometimes I just scroll and be like, oh, they doing their thing and press like, because I'm busy. I'm looking for something else or something. Yes. That's how I know it's a lot of haters out here. Like, when are we going to come together? When are we going to be better together? None of us are going to have growth and development if we're gatekeeping and looking at each other. And you don't even have to rock to a certain extent, but it's a drought on support.
But I'm not even going to lie, like, because I don't know. I've been like this my whole life. I've always had a lot of men friends. Like, since a kid. Like, I do well. It be the women in my life that be with the shit with me. I ain't going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get past that, we not going to do that because we just friends. Everything be smooth sailing, They mind their business, I mind my business. But I have had some women in my life that claim they was my friends. I'm talking about family, sisters, and have done the worst things in the world to me. I'm not traumatized back because I'm gonna be me regardless. I understand that light and dark cannot dwell in the same place. So I just figure maybe my light is too bright. And I just move on. I don't dwell on it. You know what I mean? But yeah. It is what it is. You got a glass? Can I have a glass? Can I have a glass?
That cup, red cup, what you do? It's still up there?
Yeah, but I would prefer if you got one.
Nah.
Okay, then give me a cup then. But yeah. Anyway. So I want to talk about hygiene. I feel like, and don't get me wrong, because you know this is a general. You got nasty women and you got nasty men, but I'm talking about from an in general perspective. Why don't men take care of themselves? Why is that like girly to, you know, take care of yourself? Like clip your toenail, your feet. They got things. They have things that even out here, especially for men. You know what I mean? But just like as a man, you want a woman to present herself in a way that is pleasing to you. What is it called? Mentally, physically, spiritually. I can't think of the word. It's a word that I'm trying to. It's not coming to me right now. But just like you want me to present myself to you in a way that is pleasing, whether me smelling good, looking good, you know, and it don't have to be much. Women like the same thing. We like our men to smell good. You know what I mean? We like for y'all to rub your cement feet on the bottom. Rub your cement feet on the bottom of the thing. You know, don't you know? Teeth. You just be. Did y'all play my song yesterday? You definitely missed it, Teasy. Hold up, not all men. I get that not all men. I said that. That's why I started off by saying not all men. But it's a lot of them though. It's a lot of men that do not take care of themselves.
No,
whether it be
right.
them teeth falling out y'all mouth,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be you're not eating good, so you know you got the erectile dysfunction, because that's that's a lot of men are coming out with that now. I'm serious. Your feet, like you said, it's not manly to go to the salon and get your feet did.
What's good, Teasy? Y'all better stay away from them duties.
I'm not. I said
duties.
It could be Dutchess, but it's a lot of men. No, men. That's been going on since the beginning of time. A lot of back in the day, people were kind of paired, so the woman kind of groomed. You know what I mean? Like, but for the most part, men don't be taking care of themselves. Y'all don't do that. I don't care what you say.
No, they don't.
What's
up, Mr. Mans? Gang, gang.
It don't even have to be a Dusty. Ain't gotta be no Dusty. It don't got to be a Dusty. A lot of people, y'all don't care for yourselves the way that we do. Whether it be eating good, your mental state. You young teaser, you may be a rarity. My thing don't get hard no more. I believe you.
I'm finna pass out.
I believe you.
I'm finna pass out.
And the key part about it, it's a lot of young people.
I'm done.
It's a lot of young men.
He gonna say, what city y'all in again? You know this Chi-Town.
I bet you right now.
This is Chi-Town finest.
I bet you right now I can come to St. Louis and ask these girls how they feel. They're gonna be like, yeah. First of all, a lot of the times women don't talk about these things. We kind of spare feelings when it comes to stuff like this. I ain't gonna even lie to you. There's a lot of women that spare feelings. Don't talk about. So yeah. It don't matter the city. This the world in America. I personally, I don't even like nothing now. I don't know if you ain't never seen my other lab. I don't deal with nothing nasty. If you ain't put together, I present myself a certain kind of way, and I expect to be presented that way.
Right, you had to laugh at that one, then you missed the man's. I'm finna pass out. But it's facts though. It's facts, not on your behalf, but in generally speaking, men don't be getting up. You know what I'm saying? And that has something to do with your health.
Yeah, it does.
Especially when you're young. You're still young when you're in your 40s.
Y'all
and stuff. You
have blood pressure. I'm talking about blood pressure be high, diabetes, them feet, them teeth, everything. You know what I'm saying? everything. You can have a well put together man and they be like, hey, you just don't. Oh, okay.
You know, well, no one's gonna be perfect. Someone's always gonna have a flaw. So you know, it's always
you
something.
I have flaws, okay, but the way I keep myself up is not something that is like, oh dang, you just, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's women out here too. Don't get it twisted. Cool, but the majority be y'all men. Y'all do not like taking care of yourself. Y'all, it's known that men don't like going to the doctor. You know what I mean? Like it could be something wrong with y'all, and y'all will wait until you're dying.
Right before you decide that I got to do something better.
About it. Like, let's just be honest. It's like an ego thing. It's an ego thing.
Yes.
Y'all know that's something that they talk about because women have egos too. But what is it called? The male ego. I'm just saying. So I gotta show tomorrow. Can I come?
I knew you was finna say that. I actually was finna say something to you about that show.
No, don't say nothing, because that's all he came on. He don't come up here no other time to do this, so why he getting on here now?
Right. I actually was getting ready to say something to you about that show. I said, hey, I wish I felt like riding to Gary.
We didn't get invited. You talking about can you come do what? I ain't even say what you want to do. You say I'm crazy.
And promote. Look, he gonna promote in there so he can get us over there to Mr. Mance. Been there, done that. But shout out to the comedy show that's going on Friday in Miller, Indiana, in the Garden.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Young Teasy ain't doing nothing but stating facts over here. I ain't lying on nobody. I'm telling you. And I'm the type of woman that I like kind of pole men. I like to talk to men and see like where y'all head be.
He said he was about to.
When? Boy, bye.
He said, what the F? I ain't gonna curse on him. I'm trying to do better with that. With the F, yeah. Yeah, you've been promoting. Let me tell you something, Mr. Mance. You've been promoting that. You do be on here because I see the flyer.
You know, if don't nobody know when real life topics start, you do.
Period. You've been with real life topics since day one when we even started this. Stop. Now he putting it on his mama. Now I'm gonna give you a pass now because you ain't may she rest in peace. My B-Day twin, her birthday February 14th too.
Girl, you a sucker.
No. People who put on their mama, that's serious. No, they don't. I give him that much respect. Ain't nobody lying on their dead mama. May your mom rest in peace. May your mom rest in peace. You just put it up yesterday. Well, you might have did because I know I just seen the flyer within the last 24 hours, and I'm like, oh, okay. Miller at the cigar lounge.
Put it on your mama. You ain't see us that day.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that one. Put it on your mama. You ain't see us that day, Mr. Mance. Now I bet you he won't do that because ain't nobody lying on their mama. So we gonna respect your mama. May she rest in peace. B-Day twin. That's all I gotta say because his mom's birthday 14th.
That's the only reason why
he said, "Don't gotta lie, baby." Yeah,
that's
I know.
But anyway, no, Daryl, you ain't even tuning in. You know every Thursday, like clockwork. You ain't.
But shout out to you and your comedy show in Gary, Indiana, in the Millie area. On your mama what?
Stop playing with us.
Right, like you.
Like I said.
Oh man, damn. Well, like I said, I'm respecting the people that's 6 feet under. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Anyway, TZ, like you said, honey, I'm not lying, and these men, y'all don't be taking care of yourselves. And I know you got some friends that don't be taking care of themselves too. Don't sit there. I know you ain't finna tell me, oh, my niggas be. No, they don't. There's a lot of them that don't. And don't get me wrong, because like I said, there's a lot of people who have been taught, There's a lot of people that have not been taught. Your friend still talking. There's a lot of people that have not been taught, so I get that. But that's what I want to know. Since you saying that is true, TZ, why is that true? Tell me why y'all don't like taking care of yourself. What's up with that?
Mac 3 show y'all watch the reels with my team, and I'm on the real life topics. We was lit. I need the whole cast next time. Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you're trying to throw a shot, I wasn't there. People be life sometimes. I'm gonna be there next time. I got you. I promise you. We're gonna get it in. But tell me why, TZ, why y'all don't like taking care of yourself? What's up with that? Why do men feel like it's feminine? Like that's a feminine characteristic trait to just take care of yourself? And then my thing is, y'all
You
want
will bring
women in y'all
views to
lives
what?
be
What are you
women.
trying to join real life topics or something?
No, women are more prone to taking care of themselves than men. I'm not saying that there are not women that don't, because there are some women out there that don't, but the majority of women we out here, we're gonna take care of ourselves.
Well, I don't know. I give it 50-50 because there is some women that don't take care of hygiene. They walking around burning people and all type of stuff. So I give you that.
Yeah, but it's majority men.
Yeah. Well, everybody know men's ain't going to the 6 months
That's what I'm saying.
pep smear. Well, like I said, y'all don't get pep smears, but we know
Listen,
for a fact
daddy-
men's ain't doing the 6
My
month
daddy
thing
had-
that the women's do.
My daddy, may he rest in peace, had
Your ass
cancer.
out.
Okay? He did not take, I didn't even know my daddy had cancer until the day before he died.
Yeah, men definitely don't.
You're not
Definitely.
gonna tell me that, and that's something that's been going on for eons and decades. Women say it all the time, like, man, when you go, you know, it's like I gotta be strong from being with women that didn't care to and allow them to hop in bed. Anyway, we're not talking about hopping in bed. We're talking about men
Come
taking
from
care of
being
themselves.
with the women that don't care to and allow them to hop in the bed.
That's
Anyway.
not.
What is he saying?
Come from being with a woman that didn't care to and allow them to hop in the bed. I'm not talking about hopping in the bed. I'm talking about why y'all don't take care of yourself. What are you talking about, TZ? You trying to take it back to the?
I got a condom on right now.
Why you repeat that?
This is a comedian, Mr. Daryl Mance. We're gonna give him a little clap. Shout out to comedian Daryl Mance. Shout out to comedian Mr. Daryl Performance.
Okay. Daryl Performance. If you gonna get on here, you need to join into the discussion. You want us to promote that? Join into the discussion and tell us why y'all take care of yourself. Y'all have different systems than men, so y'all need more care though.
Oh no. Everybody need a checkup. Everybody need a checkup now. Everybody need a checkup.
Men and women got the same thing. Y'all just got outies and we got innies. That's it. Like literally. And we have all the same thing. The only thing y'all can't get, I ain't gonna say breast cancer. That's why you ain't getting no promo. Trying to get that free promo. He always stalking us somewhere. Last time he popped up on when we at the other show. And so you want to talk mess, honey. You wrong.
I'm finna pass out. It's 2025, man. Can we just do better? Can we just do better? Is it a boo on here? Nah, it ain't.
It is. What a boo ass saying me.
Right, man. You probably even supposed to stay. Yes, let me get that to you again, Mr. Mance. Oh, I gave you some claps.
Stop playing. You know he gonna get mad in a minute.
Yeah, he is. And we know it ain't your show. You just own it. That ain't got nothing to do yet.
Need more care than a man. What makes you think that?
A human being is a human being, y'all.
Right.
Come on now, you don't seem
that's
right.
That's the man mentality.
That's the man mentality. You know, because y'all got the open wound down there. Nigga, that little hole in... Let me stop. Let me just stop.
No, for real though.
Nah, I mean, germs is germs, sir. Come on now. A human being is a human being. We should all just be taking care of our body.
Period. Like, that's all I'm saying. And that's what he's saying. That mentality is the mentality that men have. You know what I'm saying? So instead of y'all taking care of yourselves, you just let it bypass, then you be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And, you know? No.
Yes. Only on real life where it gets real, but it's life. Yeah, yes. And Mr. Mance with the clapping emojis. Okay. But let me give you that again. Hey, Mr. Mance. Men, get it together. Just like women need to too, but men, get it together. Your expectations and the things that you wake up and focus on every day, you need to be focused on something way more greater than busting a nut. I'm keeping it real.
Man, you took the word right out of my mouth.
They're busting a nut because that's all y'all want to do is bust one. And you need to be focused on something else. I'm just saying, this is real life topics.
Most men only go to the doctor when they burn it.
Damn, this bitch burnt me. God damn, I fucked this hoe. And then you're dumb anyway, because why is your fucking bitches raw? Now y'all bleed, y'all produce, y'all act off emotions.
What they
What
got
kind
to
of
do
people
it?
y'all mess with? I take care of myself.
Girl.
You might take care of
Girl.
yourself, but you're 1 out of 10 that do it. Okay.
What kind of people y'all mess with? I mean, what kind of question is that, motherfucker? What you mean?
You know who we mess with.
Okay.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Stop it. Stop it. Come on. Come on.
You know what kind of people we mess with,
Hmm.
Mr. Mance.
Hmm.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I agree. We do need to get it together.
That's
I
all I'm
agree.
saying. That's all I'm saying. This is a real concern. Cause like I said, I know of men that you be like, damn, you done had cancer for 15 years and ain't talking about it. You just died over there and it's okay. It's all good. No, it's not all good. You do. It is. This is a concern. This ain't like bashing. This is a real concern. It's a real concern. Because ain't there more of us than it is them? Why is that? Why is it that women live longer? Women live longer.
Yep. So it's definitely proof in the pudding, guys. Proof in the pudding. And again, we ain't here to bash, but we are here to keep it real.
We care.
But it's about keeping it real.
This is a care situation.
It's about keeping it real. And I'm gonna need men. I think it's a part of you guys' nature. I do know that. Because I was looking at Chico Bean, the comedian Chico Bean, and he said it's no way in hell that a man could just be with one woman. Shout out to Chico Bean for keeping it real from wilding out.
But that's his opinion as a man, because it's men out here who don't. It's men out here who
Rare.
bother with
80-20. 80-20.
It's men that, okay, because that's what I'm just saying, because everybody be saying, oh, women too. No, it's men out here that don't want to share, don't want to be shared. Can't hump without humping.
Dang, Mr.
Why
T.
you keep bringing it back to that though?
Come on, Mr. T.
We were just talking about that
Come
earlier.
on, Mr. Teasy.
Why you keep bringing it back to the humping? Why y'all keep talking about who y'all mess with? We're not talking about who we mess with. We're talking about in generalization of men and women. Why y'all keep talking about who getting in between? We're not talking about having. No, I ain't say the man I be talking to. Nobody said that. Y'all keep trying to bring it back. Bring it back. We're talking about in general. We talk to people, they be like, yeah, girl, or, you talk to,
And then that's a lie, though. I hate to comment off this, but come on now, bro. The sexual drive for men are way more driving, unless you a woman that's a nympho or something.
Oh, not even that, though, because women will be like that, but it's got to be with the person that they comfortable with. Unless you just
yeah, we know it's a lot of trifling women out here, Mr. Mans, but it's also a lot of trifling men as well.
It's
more men.
It's more.
If you go through the statistics, it's 80-20.
Even if raising boys and girls, let's just say the nature of a boy and a girl. My daughter is well more like, I gotta get on my son, this, don't need that there. You know what I'm saying? She got boys, I got girls. My girls are well more tidier and put together than the boys.
Well, everybody know that the woman is smarter than the man. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, Lord Jesus, why you open up the box? You open up the Pandora's box. Oh my God.
Everyone knows that the woman is smarter than a man. That's how he made it, Adam and Eve. That's why Eve came along, the rib. He had to put that puzzle together because Adam, he was slow. I'm just saying.
He was like,
slow.
God dog, I gotta find something to balance him out. Let me get everything he ain't got.
Let me get this rib, and he put it together for the woman to come up with the brains, because the man, you better ask Adam.
Yeah. The only way y'all beat us because y'all stronger than us. If y'all weren't stronger than us, y'all ass would be wouldn't know what to do. Don't think y'all got
Baby, just know that it's a drought on people just being sincere.
And most men who are smart have their balance in their feminine aspect. They not. But I also
this fool said the woman bathrooms are way more nastier than the men bathrooms.
To a certain, it depends. It depends. It depends.
It depends on the person, girl. Eve was a hoe. Oh, shit. How was she a hoe, Mr. Mance? And what was Adam?
Stupid.
That's why he had to take the rib, and that's why God had to take the rib and put it together.
Give me a rib. You ain't gonna do nothing with it, no damn.
No, he had to put that puzzle together because didn't he make man first?
That's
Well, that's what he said. Why did he make the woman? I'm just saying. It sounds like
help. Woman is a helpmate, correct? Why you need a helpmate? Why?
Because he made Adam first.
He made Adam first.
What he put Eve in the mix for? I'm just saying.
It's a natural. The natural word they say Eve is the helpmate. What did you need help doing? Every fucking thing. Everything. No, I'm just playing.
Hey.
Sorry, not sorry.
I ain't seen a man yet that the woman is she smashed the sons and made more people. Oh, so all these off-branch people is from Eve because she was the hoe.
He don't even know. I'm not even. That's ignorant. I will not indulge.
Who? She smashed her own sons. Now this is a new story to me.
Don't listen to them.
Oh, women's was first. That's what he say.
So if women was first, the house is the man's world.
He made women by taking the rib from the man. So
that's the biblical story.
Right, but I'm just talking about the Bible now.
Now, if we going to go into other parts, you know how they say women are from Venus and men are from Mars. This is Venus. This is growing Venus. See how the world grows and it flourishes. Seeds are produced. That's a feminine trait. You know what I'm saying? Like if you produce, you have male trees and you have the woman tree, right? Male trees don't have fruit. Women tree have fruit because we produce, we multiply. I'm just saying. So anything that you give a woman, she's going to multiply it.
Look, this is a man's world, but it would be nothing without a woman. That's all I'm saying.
No. Women were first. I agree.
No, I'm singing the James Brown song. James Brown told y'all. I'm just trying to tell you.
Is he like a big factor in history?
I mean, no, he's not a big factor in history, but he definitely was speaking facts when he came to that song.
He was speaking upon that era.
Yeah, but he definitely was speaking facts.
He was speaking upon the systematic.
Right. That's why when he said,
what's not facts? What are not facts, TZ?
This is a man's world, and it would be nothing without a woman. A woman brought you in the world, so.
On that program there,
okay, well, that's fine and all too, but this world wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Y'all can't even live without no woman. Come on now.
I just feel like it's some hateration for us anyway because y'all don't even talk about the time in history when women ran shit.
I mean, a woman brought you into this world, so why isn't a woman spoke highly of off the strength of that's how you got here?
But why?
That's how the man got here from a woman.
But why does society even base things off of matriarchy and patriarchy? Like we live in a patriarchal society, which means it is men driven. Why?
Well, that's how we've been programmed into doing, like Mr. Man said, programmed as book. Y'all programmed into thinking the man the head of everything. I'm just saying, y'all, you don't think that's the program? Who told y'all that? The Bible said that. That's another thing too. People want to go by certain rules when it goes by them, and then they want to change it around and make.
You don't want to live without a woman. They should be. Who should be? You're not coming through with whole responses, Mr. Mance.
Once again, this is a man's world. That's what they say.
They don't want to live without women. They should be. It's called his story, not her story.
Exactly. And who told you that?
And when we tell, but that's true. Just look into the word. But if we tell our story, y'all won't leave us nothing away.
The white man said that. Thank you. I hate to go towards the white man, but he the one who made all these laws and all this extra. He the one told y'all that y'all running stuff and the women's supposed to be beneath and all this stuff. That came from the white man. I'm just saying.
But for us in history, that was never the case. That was the case for them and their story. For us, the woman has always been circumferenced in the beginning of the times. Like we in our race, in our world, and the things that was supposed to be, women was the ones. We just had to take on what we were brought, like how we speak English. English is not our language. Of course, it can't be. English comes from England.
My name ain't even Stephanie Dowdale. That chick is the white man last name.
No.
They took my last name.
That's not true either, though.
I'm not going. That's not my original stuff.
No, they took our name.
Oh, they took your name. So what was your name?
My last name is Reynolds. Okay, so you have to know. You have to look up the etymology of your name. Don't get me. That's a whole other segment for a whole other time because I got a lot of information stored up here. But if you look at the etymology and the origin of your name, Hugh was here first. Human, yeah, Hugh. Okay, I mean that's fine, but it still is gender, gender specific. Because if that's the case, then they said that if we talking about chromosomes and you got XX and XY, which one of those are missing the rib?
Period.
We XX and y'all XY.
Man,
I mean,
like I said, it would be nothing. Nothing.
So which one of them is missing the rib? Why? I want to talk about it. And why is it that the woman gene is the only one that can be dated back all the way from the first one?
I mean, because if it wasn't for the woman, would nobody even be in this world?
We have the mitochondria cells in our bodies, not men.
Yeah.
Why is that? You can't date a man back, but you can date a woman back. You can date us all the way back to the first one. Why is that? If we're looking at it from a genetic perspective, of course.
The light color just documented it, how they wanted us to see it. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying though, right? So with that being said, and we know from a genetic perspective, why do women have the mitochondria but men don't? Why can we be dated back? The first person that they found here was a black woman. Y'all remember what was her name? Ruth, or what was her name? Not Ruth. They took the woman out the Bible.
That is true, because if you notice, the Bible don't really even speak highly of women.
So if this is the case, and we know this, why don't y'all highlight us in the way that y'all supposed to? Why y'all want with they program?
Right. Because y'all programmed into this thing. So
why y'all go with their program? Why y'all don't uplift the woman like she should be uplifted?
Right. Because they took the woman out the Bible. You is right about that. You would have to tell me the Bible verse that speaks highly of a woman. The Bible don't even speak highly of a woman because the white
they do.
Well, which scripture?
What's the virtuous woman in the Bible? What's her name? Is it Ruth?
Hey, I don't know.
Well, you know, the Boaz.
All I know is about the Virgin Mary, and she wasn't even a virgin. So I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who is y'all?
Like Mr. Teasy said, he believes the creator is a woman. That's what I'm saying. How do we even know if God is a woman or a man? I'm just saying.
Not saying this. No. Who was the one that wanted the Boaz? Because it was one woman that cut the head off the man. You know, I ain't been in my book in a long time. It's one of the women that cut the head off the man for the other camp. They do have some stories about women that are positive in the Bible. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to research that because
they do. They definitely do. Even the hoe in the book was seen in a positive light.
Who, Jezebel?
No, not Jezebel.
Oh, okay.
That's the main thing. Jezebel that's a whole other story for a whole other time. I'm talking about Mary Magdalene, who was supposed to be Jesus' wife. That's what he said. Mary was a hoe. Every woman. That's the story of all men. Y'all's hoes. What is
God is not a gender. Yes. Okay. That's all I'm trying to. That's what I meant to. Right. Exactly. God is not a gender. I'm just saying. Y'all say everybody say he this, he that.
Whatever being was first was both a man and a woman. It was one. That's where the union of the one comes into play. There was no gender. In order for us to be able to procreate,
Jesus was a sad baby. That's why they crucified him. I would agree with that.
Not a hermaphrodite. That's the worldly term for it. But it's a genderless being. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna say it's a genderless being. In order for us to reproduce with each other, there had to be a man and a woman. Because like you know how seahorses, like you know, okay, there's a whole bunch of anomalies in the world that kind of shows you that life ain't what you think it is. Like a seahorse is a male, but a seahorse carries the babies. Right? Male seahorses have the babies. God is a frequency. That is true. But God is a frequency, but it is masculine and feminine. And in order for you as a being, you're supposed to have balance in your masculine and your feminine. When you tell a man that I ain't feminine, no, you have to have balance in that in order for you to. That's why. And I know y'all not going to agree, and I know y'all want to hit it, but that's why a lot of gay men prosper. Because they live in masculine, but they are in balance with their feminine. even though they're maybe a little bit more feminine than they are, but they live. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a you going against yourself when you talk about, oh, I ain't feminine. Dang, you gotta have balance in that. You gotta have logic and emotion.
Let me be on y'all next show. I will break it down. Of course you will, sir. Yep.
So, get me started.
Why you can't be on the show right now? Just ask yourself. If you got something to say, you need to get to the bottom of this right now, because it's, you know. You need to get to the bottom of it right now. Ask yourself. Matter of fact, I'm going to send you a link. How about that? Let me send you a link, sir.
He ain't lying, because God is a frequency just like gratitude.
Yeah,
love.
God is a frequency.
God is a frequency just like love, honor, peace, all of that. All these are frequencies. You know what I'm saying? Life is about vibration. You know what I mean? Like, in order for you to even be made, you were made from a frequency.
True.
That's why they say God is love. What is love? Love is a frequency. It's a vibe. What you doing?
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, go ahead and join Real Life Topics Podcast if you got something going, sir. If you got something to say, you can break it down to us right now. Go ahead and break it down. Welcome to Real Life Topics. Everyone that's viewing Real Life Topics, Real Life Late Night is what we on right now. Open forum. We happen to be talking about men and women in the Bible and how God created us and things like that.
Life is about duality, right? And in this life, that's what becoming one. You have to come in balance. Like you have hot and cold. Hot and cold is the same. We're going to say frequency is just different ends of the perspective. But warm, you know what I mean? Warm is you don't like porridge. You don't like it too hot. You don't like it too cold. Warm is just right. You know what I mean? So how do women say they don't need men? Who? What one? I mean, I never said that. But I think, okay, and I want to talk about that too. Women know that we need men. We don't need nothing ass niggas. I think it's a difference.
That's right. You don't need a nothing ass nigga. That's the title that people's missing.
Because it's like, and y'all mad, in order for us to be able to thrive, we need y'all, but it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, we just like y'all can survive without us, we can survive without y'all.
No, they can't. They cannot survive. They got to bust that nut if they ain't doing nothing else. They cannot survive without getting what they got coming. Satisfaction guaranteed.
From a physical perspective, we can't live without each other. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we can. We
can. Know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, it's not good. Like they say, man is not meant to be alone. Women is not. We're not meant to be alone. That's why people are here. You know what I mean? We all have our part that we play, but it has to be balanced. The man has to be balanced. The woman has to be balanced in order for that shit to work out. Period.
Yeah, because most of y'all don't last past 7 years. I'm just saying. By the 8th year.
But that's only. What the?
Abortion survival.
No, sir. No, sir. You better change that.
We need some entertainment tonight. Dude, why did you have to put that title on your thing?
We already said about that showcase. You see what I'm saying? This is the type of shit right here.
Go ahead and add that man so you could tell her, you could break it down to us. Go on and break it down to us. Go on and break it down.
I went there. It don't show. Oh, there you go.
Okay. How y'all? I can't. This thing slow as hell. Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Nah, don't be trying to stand. Look, y'all don't want to add me, man. Y'all don't want to add Daryl Vance. The fuck? Y'all gonna drive me to drinking. Now what was we talking about? I got a big ice cube too.
Oh my God! You got an ice cube. You can't even open it. You ain't. This your first time using that time. You fancy.
No, it ain't. I just say with it. Yeah. Whatever. What's up, y'all? What we was talking about? Damn, y'all have me typing all these words and shit, huh?
God is a frequency.
God. So first of all, we as a people got to stop this. Every time we referring to God, we got to stop referring to God in the Bible. You're not gonna find the true God in the Bible. I'm sorry, you ain't. The book is a book that been programmed for us to believe this particular program to have. It's a man dominated book that disrespect the shit out of women, and y'all okay with that shit. I ain't saying y'all as you two. I'm talking about y'all
Right.
as us as a people, as black people. We should not. We've been beaten. We've been getting our ass kicked for 300 fucking years. Ooh, I can't cuss. My bad. 300 years, and then we're gonna take something that they gave us and just believe it, and we can't. For some odd reason, we don't want to let it go. So everybody that still keep looking for God like that in that particular form and fashion, y'all still slaves. You see what's up,
Okay,
my
so
wall.
listen,
You see what's up, my
now I'm gonna say this. This is how I feel. I do agree to what you're saying to a certain extent, but I do still know that the Bible does have wisdom in it. In order, it's kind of like, you know, when you start your spiritual journey, or when you're trying to find yourself. I do believe that the Bible can help you, because even if you read the Bible, it does not lead you into the church. If you read the Bible, it don't tell you to go to church. It does not.
The temple was right here. See, the temple was right here. The thing about God, the thing about the Bible is really teaching you. It is teaching you about God, but not in the way that they're telling you it's teaching you. It's teaching you that God is within you.
Not really aware. Because like I said,
it's programmed to make you believe all these stories and all these allegories and all these metaphors. When all these metaphors and allegories is not what God really is, but God is within you. It said in the Bible, the kingdom of God is within you. So instead of trying to pray, meditate, because you're talking about the God within you when you meditate.
But it does tell you, it tells you to meditate in the Bible too.
Yeah, it tells you, but the way they deliver it, the way they teach you is not
the way that the preacher delivers it is that.
Yeah, but see, the preacher don't know no better.
But if you take the time to read the word yourself and stop just going on, people will tell you have a better understanding. And
a lot of people, no, you won't. A lot of times you won't even have a better understanding. All of it's talking about the kingdom of God is within you. All the 12 disciples, all that shit is all that shit is.
It helped me.
So yeah, we talked about
it definitely helped me, and it's still helping me right now today.
The Bible has definitely gave me a better
but if you
think it's helping you. It gave me a better understanding. It definitely gave me wisdom, but I did my research.
Right.
So you think you should fear God? Yes or no?
No, not at all.
You should.
Right, that statement, fear no one but God.
Nah, that's not a true statement. That's a.
Have you read the Bible?
That's a program. Huh? I read it enough to know. I read it enough to know what it is, and I did enough research to know I want y'all to be my friend on this TikTok page where I don't even got no jokes or nothing on this particular page. This is all we talk about. I talk about this type of stuff, and I talk about I encouraging, and uplifting and shit like that. So I got 2 different TikToks.
I just believe that there's so many pieces of a puzzle that we just kind of everybody needs to come together to be able to understand. Because if you do your research on the Bible, it does speak upon meditation. It speaks upon raising the oil as far as your pineal gland and opening all that. But you have to know what you read.
Yeah, even 144,000. That's like I said. Go ahead. What you say?
I said I've actually sat down and studied. Like they say, faith without works is dead. You have to study to show yourself approved. So if you do take your time and actually read those words, come to the understanding of that you should, it can help. Like I said, that's the reason why I got to where I was.
I'm not nowhere disagreeing with you, but the way that they was. What I am disagreeing on is how they was taught us what the Bible is. All the stories and all the shit and talking about Adam and Eve and all that shit is all of them as characters. That's crazy that you're gonna write about somebody that you never met, John Paul, and why all these folks got white names.
King David wrote
King David killed his own mama. King David fucked kids. You gotta listen to King David.
King David has a testimony as well. We know he wasn't right, just like none of us wasn't right. We know King David told the story.
The Bible is not just physical. Like it's metaphor.
Ain't none of it physical.
You say what?
Ain't none of it physical. It's all metaphors. It's all
That's
allegory.
what I'm saying. It's for those who read it, it's gonna be physical. If you don't understand what you read, it's gonna be a physical thing. Okay?
If you don't know no better.
If you don't know no better. But the Bible, the Genesis basically speaks upon the lineage of the people and how it ain't wrong. It kind of gives you foresight into what's going on, but it's not just from a physical perspective, it's from a mental perspective as well. So if you know, like if you do your research and take the time, what is that noise?
Teezy said we need to mute him while we talk. But I don't know. I
So
mean,
y'all
while
can
we
hear
talk.
noise in the background?
Yeah, we hear like an echo.
It was like that. At first, he got something turned up. The girl got something going on.
Hold on, let me see what it
We
is.
just interviewed somebody else and it just
Right.
sound like that.
Mm-hmm.
Benji,
I
it
don't
sound
know.
like that. Do you got us on? You on 2 phones or something?
Just one. They said it's an echo.
Yeah, it's like
You can hear us and you.
like fuzziness or something, but I don't even
Hold
know
on,
how to mute the bitch.
Hold on, let me. I'm gonna mute myself and see if I can fix it.
It's only when you talk, though.
Hey, keep talking. Okay, so you're muted. Talk again. Unmute.
I muted myself.
Now let me put us on mute. Just
You muted. Y'all funny as hell.
Go ahead and talk because when we can hear you, so we mute ourselves. If you gonna say something,
we'll mute you when you saying something. But what was y'all saying?
Who, me or her? What's wrong? Y'all look crazy. Hello? Could y'all hear me?
You did. Whoever talked with, put it back on mute. But what was y'all saying? So yeah, the Bible. I don't know, guys.
The Bible is metaphorical. It does teach you how to raise the oil. That's the story of the virgin, who was waiting on the hour of visitation. That's talking about the Christos and raising the oil. You just
Most of the damn near the whole Bible is zodiac. The whole fucking Bible. That's why Jesus had 2 fish. Everything is zodiac, but the Christians want to say that zodiac is the devil. Everything that they say is the devil is really God, and everything they say is God is really the fucking devil. Like, I study this shit for real. Motherfuckers don't even be knowing they really worshiping a lower frequency, which the lower frequency is the devil. All the blood and the eating his flesh and dying on the cross, all that's low frequency. All that sacrifice and fear, all that's low frequency. If you don't understand that you are God and having a human experience, then you ain't understanding what you really are. That's why we so chrome. Like, I don't have no fear, I don't have no worries, I don't have none of that shit because I know what I am. And I live accordingly. So,
but the lower frequency is really like chakra wise is the lower self. It's your lower chakras.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the thing is one thing about the whole thing is we just like we all can be gods having a human experience, we all also can be the devil having this experience. Everything is one. We all connected, everything is one. And as soon as we realize that, we can manifest what we want, we can live how we want, we can have the things that we want, because God is gonna work that out. Because the God is within you. And it'll work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all
I definitely live by that. I definitely live by that. I manifest everything that I ever had in my life. I have very good discernment about things. I can tell you about things before they happen because of meditation. Meditation actually got me to the point that I am today as far as my frequency is concerned. Because I do believe in vibrations and raising your frequencies and not being in a negative state and being more optimistic in life. You know, like you say, not worrying, things of that nature. I'm big on manifestation. but I'm also big, like you said, on meditation and understanding, knowing thyself. That's the one thing that we don't know. We don't understand how we operate in these human bodies. You know what I mean? We don't understand what it is to raise your oil or to meditate and to balance out your chakras and to actually become an alignment. I call it the God body, when you align your mental, physical, and your spiritual being. And when you tune out the world and tap into the God frequency and be in alignment so that way you could be in a constant flow state. Gratitude, for me, helped me a lot as far as frequency is concerned. Gratitude got me very far. Like they say love is the highest form of phrase, but I really do believe gratitude is too.
I mean, gratitude is a part of love.
Right.
And like, you know, like you said, if we knew the powers that we had, everything was prone for us to not know what we are capable of doing. But if you think about everything in this world, everything came from a thought, right? So if everything is coming from a thought, and it's people out here to speak words of, man, I don't never had no good luck. Man, ain't nothing never going. I ain't gonna never have a good job. Ain't nothing never going right for me. You just curse yourself. Because your inner God just cursed yourself. You just said you had never had none. You put it out in the whole universe. Words, spells came out your mouth saying you would never be nothing. You'll never have no good. What the fuck you think will come back to you? You gonna always never be nothing. Go ahead.
But that's what the music. That's when people be like, oh, it ain't the music. Yes, it is. If you are speaking drill music, all you is talking about kill, death, and you wonder why they're depressed.
They want that.
There's a lot of mental illness going on and everything right now because you're vibrating a low frequency and you've been doing it for a very long time.
That's why a lot of our kids are suffering. That's a part of the problem too, that music with our children. A lot of people don't realize that.
So, with that being said, I don't never say I'm broke.
Hell no.
I try to correct people all the time when I can as far as the words they use, like even the Grand Rising. Why? How can you mourn? How can you have a good morning? What is the definition of a mourn? That's when you study etymology, you study the origin of words and things of that.
All that shit is on purpose. All that shit is on purpose for us to not vibrate like we supposed to be vibrating. If we knew the powers we had, now let's talk about the woman, right? Let's talk about the woman because that's what we was talking about the Bible. The Bible hates bitches.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So why?
I would agree.
Why
I would agree. I've been reading it lately. I've been kind of more into the Bible within the last 6 months, and I noticed that.
It ain't a woman did nothing right in the Bible. Nothing.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell you something. So this is the Ankh. I'm sure most of y'all know what it really means. It's the original cross, of course. But it's just the womb of a woman. Yeah, that's the womb of a woman. They took that out the Bible. They made it straight lines. They don't have represent women is a circle. Anything that represents women is a circle. They cross is a straight up and down. Everything is masculine in that Bible. They sit at the damn table with all men. Ain't no bitch eating. Ain't no motherfucking woman eating nothing. We all men.
In the Bible. You better ask Jezebel.
They even said amen when you should be saying Ashe. Like they took they just the woman turned around and turned to salt. All these bitches in the Bible fucked everybody and they all hoes. And man, as soon as a man do something, they got an excuse for it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, forgive him. He ain't did shit wrong.
Yeah, but that's only if you read the Bible in a physical form.
Yeah, but I mean that is the trick though. See, they took the Holy Trinity supposed to be woman, mother, father, child. Mother, father, child. They took the fucking woman out and made the bitch a Holy Ghost. They don't fuck with y'all.
No.
And women is okay with that. That's the crazy part.
They're not okay with they don't know. It's
right.
That's
they don't want to know. They just sought to fear the motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's why the Bible even says our people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge.
Yes.
So this is what we have been programmed into. A lot of people were born into this. They don't know no better.
Right.
They don't know no better. It's slavery.
They just don't know.
Right.
The way they look at the Bible is slavery.
Even the way we live right now as a society, right? Well, we have the money system, the pay. We live in this system, but we don't need this system to survive. They have made us think that though. that we need grow out the ground. Air is free, water is
Everything.
free. We can build houses from trees.
We
I'm just saying.
we can live off fruit. We really frutivores. We can live off fruit, but we let the white man tell us to eat this nasty ass meat, and we okay with it. That's why we got disease and diabetes and heart attacks and all this bullshit. That's why. It ain't no other reason why. It's what we eat in our fucking mouth is giving us all these diseases and some bad
Because
pussy.
your food is supposed to be like medicine.
It's
That's why
supposed
the
to be.
herbs are in other nations. They speak. That's why I said, if you read the Bible, there's wisdom, and you just kind of have to know how to decipher. That's what discernment comes in there. There's certain things that I read that don't
Well,
resonate with me.
so here's the truth about it. Most of the Bible ain't no most of the Bible. All the Bible is stolen, plagiarized information that came from another book, and it's all put together. So yeah, like all this up here on my wall is in the Bible. All the life after death stuff is in the Bible, but they just gave it its own names and shit.
Yeah, but you
And
know
this
you got
shit
the
dates
Book
back.
of the Dead, you got the Emerald Tablets, you got the
Yeah,
the laws of my eye, all that. You know they
Yeah,
right. They took it and used it. That's what I'm saying. So there's still wisdom in the Bible.
yeah. It's lessons in it, but if it's plagiarized, how the fuck you know what the lesson is?
Because that's why you have to raise yourself and come into discernment.
You gotta not fuck with it.
Huh?
I just don't fuck with it. If it once it's proven.
For you, but for people who don't have no clue, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Says who? Yeah, you can start with the truth. How about that? Not a belief.
Yeah, but you gotta know the truth. You gotta read it. You gotta the
That
same thing I'm
if
doing.
you
Like
read
I
it,
said,
you
I
read
haven't
and
been
believe.
so much into the Bible, but for the last 6 months, I've been deeply into it. You gotta know the difference. You gotta
the stuff that's going on in the church right now ain't even in the Bible. You're not supposed to be broadcasting in the church. When Jesus went up in there, he turned over them tables because people was buying and selling and all that. They doing all this in the church right now. So like I said, there's lessons in there. I did my research. I took my thesaurus. I had my core card. I was core and it worked for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And
For me, I had to give up. Once you proven to be bullshit, I'm gonna take it as bullshit. I'm not finna try to find no right out of no wrong. It's just wrong, and I'm not finna dig.
Any knowledge but any knowledge in life, you have to know what is for you and what to throw away.
But I already been there. We grew up all our life with that bullshit. It's time to scratch that. When you deprogram yourself,
you did. Everybody else, a lot of people
listen, but hear me out. When you deprogram yourself, you got deprogram. We've been programmed. That's all we've been. Is programmed. When you go deprogram yourself, you gotta deprogram yourself all the way. You cannot leave shit out. You cannot say, yeah, but this might work for me. You gotta leave all that shit and start over.
You do start over, but like all I'm saying is it's not.
And it's not in that motherfucking book. Gee, that book is a fucking curse book.
No, it's not.
It's not all wrong.
Okay,
The Bible definitely has some truth to it.
Okay, if you want to believe that.
I just think it was rigged up. In my opinion, I feel like it was
if that's how y'all want to live, I say to y'all what y'all say. Amen.
The Bible did lead me into spirit and truth as well.
How you gonna have truth in a belief system? Either you believe it or it's the truth. They tell you it's a belief. So what?
Man, I don't have a belief. I have a knowing. I don't believe shit.
I'm just saying they told you to believe. The book say believe in me.
Believe in who?
That's what the book say.
What it say?
It say believeth in me, and you will not perish. It don't say nothing about no truth in the whole fucking Bible.
Well, you say, I don't know what you're talking about. I know it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and you will have everlasting life.
Yeah, and that's bullshit.
How? What is the kingdom? Where's the kingdom?
The kingdom is you.
Exactly.
Right. I'm not saying it's the way that they talk. I'm not saying it's all bullshit.
You have discernment and decide and do your studying. If you study it like you're supposed to, because I get what you're saying.
You will go get it.
The word like you're supposed to, it does not lead you into the church. It leads you into spirit and truth.
Right.
I'm telling you, I did it. I did it.
You say so.
I did it.
I mean, I'm hearing you out.
I don't go to church every Sunday, and I got the same knowledge.
I don't go to church at all.
Tablets,
all bullshit.
42 laws of my eye, of frequency, of not all that, of God, all that.
I go to church because I sing for God, so that's why I'm going.
Don't burn
So,
the same.
but God is within you, baby.
Huh?
God is within you.
God is within me. I'm singing for God.
But
I'm
the
just
Bible
praising.
tells you. The Bible
I
tells you.
still love gospel music. I still enjoy gospel
Of course,
music.
as you should.
I because it's the way I grew up and it connects me,
It's
and
a frequency.
it's a frequency, absolutely. So I'm not knocking nothing I grew up on, but once I'm deprogrammed, I have to find the true me, and
Yeah,
the
because
true
you
me
grow.
and the true me is within God, is within me.
It
Everything is
is.
within. It's not this spooky man in the sky talking about the 10 Commandments. It's not that.
Yeah, but
Everything
it's
is
all
within.
allegory. Like just like how the Da Vinci Code. It's like you have to decipher. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's
So,
just say these people took this knowledge, right? And let's just say they took this knowledge, but they had to put it in a way for those it resonates to understand. You know what I'm saying? We know
yeah.
they're gonna mess with this, but I got it. I want to give it to my people in a way. If they study like they supposed to, they're gonna get what they need.
It was meant for control. If they change it up and plagiarize it, so they put the truth in there, but they turned around into a belief system. So you
Yeah, but
can
that's only if you read the Bible through Christianity. If you take the word and read it for yourself, it's not like that.
Yeah, but the Christians wrote every word in that Bible. The
No, they
Christians did.
didn't. Like you said, it's stolen.
Yeah,
It's
it's
stolen.
stolen. But how you know what's stolen and what's plagiarized?
Because when you start to vibrate higher and
Yeah,
get higher
yeah, I
knowledge,
know,
you
and
get
you
the.
know. I'm talking about the average motherfucker that's being
That's
fooled.
that's how I found out though. I was the average person at one point.
Yeah, but you said enough is enough, and to me, black people is the worst people to steady try to take up for this shit because we've been slaves. It's working for white people. It's working like a motherfucker for them. Look how they living.
It's
It
not.
ain't
I
working for
mean,
us.
society is working for them, not the Bible.
Yeah, but that's that they create all of it is program control.
It
All
is.
of it. It's program control. It's a
Yeah, but
but the religion part
they
is a
took our
business.
knowledge and used it against us.
It's a business. Yeah. If once we know what type of God we really are, they wouldn't be able to fuck with us. We wouldn't even have black on black crime because we ain't finna kill no other God.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, also that comes with like how I was just telling them how some of these cartoons and these movies have a lot of truth in it. Like even as far as
Mhm.
our superpowers and things like listen,
All of it have it.
when I was vibrating high,
The Matrix is a real true movie. We living in
it
the
is.
Matrix right now.
But what you don't know is the black woman wrote the Matrix. They stole it. It was like you know how they steal things from people. It's so much technology and information that has been stolen from us. It's ridiculous. Like they've been doing from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
But
Now they stole our fucking mind because they giving us their fucking Jesus.
yeah, I mean, but if you take the head, the body gonna follow. So you're instead of you being a physical prisoner, you're a mental prisoner now because they have programmed you so much so that they don't have to tell you nothing because you're doing it for yourself. That's what the 100 years of slave and all that, the Jim Crow theory and all that. But you have to educate yourself in order to know these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So, like I said, I get what you're saying, but I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that the Bible is the one that helped me get out of. When I read it, I actually sat down and read it, and God started downloading and telling me what was going on. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
The only download came within you, not without you, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
But
and
it,
to, and
but
I
it
don't
came from
I
me
stop I
asking
stop even
questions.
saying
Seek and
God
ye shall
because
find. Knock on the door and I will answer. He's talking to you.
the problem is even when you say I usually say the universe or I say the creator or something because as soon as you say God, because we've been mentally programmed, a man in the sky pops in your head. As soon as anybody say God, it don't pop in my head, but the average person, the minute they say God and the minute you say God, you refer to the Bible. I did some shit that you ain't finding the creator up in there, G. You think you is, but you ain't.
You don't.
You you
I'm not saying God is in the Bible. I'm just saying there's wisdom in there that helps you to get to where you need to be.
you could make life very fucking simple. It don't even have to be that complicated. The one thing is very true is karma. if you treat people how you want to be treated, if you show love, if you be helpful, if you be grateful, if you show compassion, this shit is easy. That's
Yeah,
why
but
I
that's
don't worry.
karma is a law. It's not
Yeah.
karma, it's the law of
Yeah,
it's the law of duality. No.
yeah,
It's the law
yeah,
of no, it's not. It's the law of it's not coming to me right now, but it's a law.
yeah.
They call it karma, but it's a
That's
law.
it.
It's one of the universal laws.
Yeah, and that's the only thing we need to be following is the universal laws. That's it. You follow
But
the
like I
universal
said,
laws.
though, Daryl, I got here from the Bible.
Okay, I mean it worked for you. It ain't gonna work for me. I tell you that now. If it worked for you and you still and we still,
nobody tell me nothing. I do my own research.
here's the thing. There's many ways. If you going downtown, there's many ways to get there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It might work for you to take the streets. It might work for me to take the alleys. But we all gonna get there.
To the same point eventually.
You gonna get there. So because we really talking about the same shit.
We are.
I just don't agree with the. I only thing that I agree with the Bible is because I used to really say fuck the Bible, but now that I did more research, I understand that the whole Bible is talking about the man is within. Everything is within. Everything is chakras. Everything is vibrations. Everything is we all are Christ. You got Christ chakras. The only thing
Right,
we
so
gonna
how
ever
can you
do.
say the Bible is all about the zodiac, but then you shouldn't take no nothing from it?
No, I'm saying, but they're not delivering it to you like that. I said
But you ain't supposed to believe what nobody say.
no, but that if they're the teacher and you the fucking student, that's how they teaching it.
Only talking about the Bible from a Christian perspective.
Right.
You're
I'm
not
talking about the
about
trick.
it,
I'm talking about the tricks of it. That's what I'm talking about. The trickery of it. You take the trickery out.
Teach you it that way because once I started reading the Bible for myself, none of that stuff matters. I'm talking about from the.
It don't matter to a person like you, a person that understands, a person that, with wisdom, but it's still being tricked by millions and millions by everybody else.
Because they're looking at it from a religious perspective.
I get it's work for it's written down for religious perspective.
How can you say that the Bible is about the zodiac sign, but it's written for a religious perspective?
It according to how they wrote it. It's for trickery.
To the Christians, not how
it's for trickery. It's for trickery.
It's the Christians. Listen,
yeah.
You know they had the Christian crusades where they was killing all them folks, making them either like if you wasn't Christian, then okay. And I learned all this in college. I took a humanities class in college. Okay. And when I took this humanities class, it actually gave me a lot of
I'm back.
It actually gave me a lot of insight into the Bible and Christianity, okay? But remember, at some point, Christianity wasn't really popular. They rode around on boats and killed you if you did not pledge allegiance to Christianity. Like they call it, what they call the people? The missionaries.
Yeah.
Right?
The religion is gang banging. The religion is gang banging.
Any religion is. It's a cult.
Oh, Lord. Hold on. Y'all ain't going to talk about praise.
It is.
That's not praise of God.
It ain't.
It's a fear tactic. They fearmonger into Christianity. Mm-hmm. This is the truth. That's why they say women who crystals and sage should be witches. But that's what we had before Christianity.
That's why they try to make it seem like they try to make it seem like that you're the devil when that's really God work.
Listen,
crystals.
Let me tell you how God works. I was watching a TikTok and it was this dude. It was like a home decor show from back in the day. So these ladies were using old prayers from Indians. It was an old soup prayer. And something told me, like, girl, zoom in and see what that say. Everything they was talking about was worshiping or praying to the elements. There was nothing about nothing else but the trees, the birds, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
right.
The
Right, and they call that paganism. They made up a paganism word because that is it's okay to know that God is within trees and God is within air and God is within all this stuff. There's nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But they say it's witchcraft, or really it's actually root working is what you're supposed to be doing in order to manipulate the forces in your favor. And they know that. They know that we had like the airbender. Like if you look in the movie like the last airbender, that boy, and they had the different tribes, people on the earth people. These are people that actually use the elements to work for them. That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's why we till the earth. That's why we're supposed to be putting our hands in the ground and growing our own food and doing all these things.
I agree to all that. I agree to all that. And like I said, I think we just look at it a different perspective. Once a motherfucker prove me wrong, I'm out of here.
No, I ain't trying to prove nobody wrong. Because like I said, I'm a forever student. I'm a person that's gonna.
I just don't. I don't like the fear. I don't like the fear in it. And here's the thing. Everything they teach you about God. Like I said, it's low. On the difference between God and the devil is high frequency and low frequency. The devil is low frequency. So what do you think? Drinking blood and hanging on the cross and dying for somebody. Do that sound like low or high frequency? You're actually, if you want to be honest with you worship shit like that, you worshiping the devil. You got a whole dead man hanging on your neck on his murder weapon, and you think that's okay? That ain't okay. That's low frequency.
Yeah, but you're only talking about the Bible, Daryl, from a Christian perspective.
Now, I'm trying.
Right,
what I'm doing is I'm still waking folks up that believe that shit. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about whoever watching this shit right now and want to argue about it.
I think you should target more of the religion versus the actual book.
Right. The religion versus the book, I think it's two different things as well.
Because I learned a lot. It actually helped. It helped balance me out. Proverbs has a lot of wisdom in it. What's the other? Proverbs, Psalms. Got a lot of wisdom in it. Those are spells. I have a book on Psalms.
Those are facts. It's a lot of facts in that Bible.
It tells you how to read the Psalms to work for you in your daily life.
And I think the Bible is actually based off of stories that's been told. Like it's the Durrell Man's version. It's the Stephanie Godchild version. It's the Carmisha Reynolds version. I think it was just real true stories that were told. That's what
it definitely wasn't real true stories. You can forget about that.
Oh man, it was the King David version. This was King David's side of the story. He might have been lying,
but it wasn't.
I feel like these are stories that are coming from people now.
They told you it's a fucking story. Believe what they told you. They said, "What's a story?"
There's some stuff in the Bible that is true, and some stuff that's a lie.
Right?
Ain't a motherfucking grave of none of them characters. There's no grave site for nan one of them motherfucking characters. No. Ain't shit true in there. It's allegories and metaphors. That's it. If you look at it in any other thing than allegories and metaphors,
some of these things happen.
Ain't a motherfucking Noah. Ain't a motherfucking Moses. Ain't a motherfucking nan one of them motherfuckers. Mary, Luke, John, none of them motherfuckers.
Man, them people exist. Them people exist.
No, they didn't. Why they in history books? Why are they not in history books?
What? A lot of stuff ain't in history book. Is Black history in the motherfucker?
Yeah, you can find it.
We ain't even in the motherfucker. So
you can find the truth. Why do the shit only exist in the Bible? Just like Spider-Man only exists in the comic book. You can't find. Show me one grave site of one of them motherfuckers, and I'll rest my case. Show me one grave site.
Well, they do. I mean, have you been to Egypt?
Huh? I want to go. I want to go.
And you need to go.
Right. So you can't say that you ain't seen because you ain't been nowhere to see.
No. You gotta read. You gotta dig deeper than the Bible and read.
Right, but you just said you don't believe.
It's called research. I research. You don't have to go to the site to understand what's not real and what's fake.
Man manipulates words. So, like I said, in order for you to get the real truth, you gotta go within. When I started going within, I started getting downloads. And
I know that. I got plenty of downloads. I understand this shit 100%. I'm saying you don't have to go in that book to find it, though, G.
But you just see the read, so read is not always accurate.
You still don't have to go to that book. It's other ways to find out knowledge. When you find out 1 + 1, you don't go in one motherfucking math book to find out 1 + 1 is 2. You go anywhere and find it out.
You say what?
You could go anywhere to find it out. You don't have to go. You don't have to go to the Bible to find out about God. It's not God's word. Let's stop the bullshit and understand it's not God's word. Anybody that think it's God's words is full of shit. It's
All
not.
I'm saying is everything that we have has been given to us, correct? Whether it be the 42 laws of Ma'at, you know, whether it be the Emerald Tablets, whether it be the book, the Dead Sea Scrolls, and all these things. That's all been published by somebody that is a man.
It's still guilty, but why would you pick? Just like y'all see, y'all like people like breaking down that shit, saying, "Hey, everything just give it to us." But soon as we say something wrong about the goddamn Bible, oh, it's an excuse for
You
it.
just seem
You
like
gotta give all that shit up.
I'm not. You just seem like a Christian Bible basher.
Right.
No.
I think he is back in.
Here's the thing: the shit came from Christianity, Joe. Where else did it come from?
Nope.
Absolutely did. How much you want to bet? Put some money up. How much you want to bet? Put some money up.
The Bible did not come from Christianity.
I could tell you exactly where it came from.
How can we say the knowledge was stolen from us?
They made it their own. If you take some knowledge and you get a pen and paper and start changing all the shit and make your own goddamn book, is it real or is it fake? That's what the Bible is. A whole bunch of fucking books that's been put together and made somebody a King James version bullshit ass book. Once you give it up, you gotta give it up.
Yeah, but it's more. First of all, if you want to be technical, the King James version is not the only version of the Bible. You have the Ethiopian version. You have the Sefer. You have.
And it all came from Roman Catholic.
Way other books that are way older that have nothing to do with Christianity.
And it all came. You right about that, but anything with the word Bible on it came from the Roman Catholic in Europe. Anything.
So how does the Ethiopians get the Bible?
The Ethiopians did the same shit. You what the fuck you think they got our black ass from?
What you mean?
How the hell you think we got over here on this bullshit?
So
they went to Africa. Even the Ethiopia
we was already over here. They ain't brought us over here.
We was over here. Of course, we was over here. But they brought
the United States of America.
They brought.
First of all, they told us that this is Egypt. If you do your research, the Moors and all that shit, it was black before anything.
Right.
And all that shit, it was black.
I know that.
The California queen was a black woman who ran California, Queen Khalifa. That's why he called herself Queen Khalifa.
I know that. I'm talking in the reference.
Britain, with them people, what they did was they did a thing called social climbing. Okay, back in the day when they made up shit. They've been doing it from the beginning of time. Baby, I'm a historian.
We've been everywhere. I understand that. I know that. I know that. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about.
We was here first. What are you talking about? Native Americans.
I'm talking about the story that was told. That's all. Right. I'm not saying we wasn't here. We was absolutely here, of course. Okay. But they did bring some of us from Africa when they wanted to. When they wanted to build their own shit. When they came over here and took over and killed the fucking killed us, because it was more than just Indians. It was blacks. Blacks was everywhere. Indians are black fucking people.
We got North and South America.
Indians are.
My ancestors, they told me I was from Peru. My last name is Reynolds.
You look like you from Peru, bitch.
I do. If you look at the people, I do look like I'm from Peru. I do.
And Stephanie look like
that's my same skin tone in South America.
And Stephanie look like a Jamaican.
Right, I probably am the Jamaican, but I think my great-great-grandmother was white.
I'm just
that's the reason why she was white, because the white man had sex with her. And then look at me now. I mean, I still got good grades.
I'm just playing with you. No, you got some Egypt looks. You got the high cheekbones. You look like you be walking like.
I'm from Samari.
I take it because that's my original culture.
Where's Samari? What is Samari? What is Turtle Island? What are we talking about? Y'all talking about who wasn't brought? I'm not from Africa. If that's the case, because we talking about Pangea, this was all one man mass at one point in time before it broke up. So we want to talk. We're gonna get into the history of it. Because like I said, I do my research.
Hey, I don't know. All I know is I'm a fucking whole abortion survivor, so I really don't know where I'm from. You got me fucked.
Okay, I'm just saying. We was already here first. That's what's the problem now. That's why is Black Americans the only people don't know where they from?
Right.
Because look, because the same motherfuckers that talked all that, the same motherfuckers,
tell you what it is. This is
the
Morris
same,
land.
the same motherfuckers that gave y'all that goddamn Bible and told y'all to be a Christian and beat your ass to do it. The same motherfuckers.
Same motherfuckers. You got the information from them too then.
I did shit. I had the information from. I had the information from. I don't got it
I do
now.
my research. I go with the Black historians and they give you literature, you know what I'm saying? They give you actual facts. They show you the people that broke up the land, they got old maps, all kinds of stuff. They tell you how we got here, how they took over the Moorish land, how they tried to they tried to enslave us, but they couldn't enslave us because it was our land. We already knew how to escape. They brought other people over here who did not know the land and wanted to steal the land. Because when Christopher Columbus came over here and supposedly discovered America, here, they had the Manifest Destiny and the Vatican and them people told them to come over here because they wanted to make America a corporation. This is the land of milk and honey. We are the only landmass that has everything. We have every season here, winter, spring, summer, fall. Everywhere don't have it.
London don't sell peanut butter. I just learned that the other day. France and them, they don't sell peanut butter. I just learned that the other day when the dude was coming up at my job and he was buying a whole bunch of peanut butter. And I said, damn, what you want with peanut butter? He said, I'm on my way back to France. They don't sell peanut butter out there.
Y'all got Rodney Brown checking in. Y'all ain't even talking to the crowd out there, man.
I don't even see him.
Well, Dad, go down.
That's the last shit I saw is Rodney Brown.
No, we got Young Teezy, right.
Young Teezy was on here. We ain't got nothing else. Go. Oh, okay, yeah.
He said he checking in. I don't know how to do this shit.
Yeah, that was like all the way at the beginning when Rodney was
he's right. Rodney Brown commented when we was interviewing the autism ambassador. Shout out to the autism ambassador, Mr. Benjamin Scott. We just had an exclusive interview with him. Make sure y'all follow, like, and share. Autism awareness is real, baby, and we need to support that.
I was about to say something. I was about to say something about y'all motherfucking guests, so don't start that shit.
Now, you ain't gonna say nothing about autism, because that's serious.
I ain't talking about the autism part.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, man, your business.
Don't start on me then. I won't talk about this mother.
It's okay, because all we got to do is end.
All my kids is autism, all of them.
All your babies are autistic?
To me, they is. Shit.
Well, who the daddy?
Artistic motherfucker, too.
All right. That's what I said. You can tell a little bit.
Right, okay, autism. Shout out to Autism Awareness Month that was back in April. But shout out to all the autistic people.
I like autistic people. They're more happier than y'all regular people.
One person is, I don't know if it's Young Teezy or whoever, but the one person that's here because y'all check in. Oh no, it's you.
That's why.
Where your phone at? That's what
I'm not on there. I just want to know why is this echo here.
The phone off. They weren't doing that when Biggie been on. It's something to do with Daryl.
Right, Daryl.
Nigga, I got a real phone. I'm finna get off this shit, I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers now. I see your back.
Tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast where we discuss.
Yeah, you just give me a chance. I know how to support.
Mr. Daryl Mann. He's a comedian from.
No, you ain't got you ain't got to promote nothing because I don't want to hear your friend mouth. You ain't got to promote nothing. I ain't nobody.
I thought you were gonna get mad.
Daryl Mann,
ain't nobody mad at your little rabbit here.
Tomorrow in Miller Beach, Indiana. What's going on?
No. I don't want nobody to.
And this is why you're not to the Mike Epps level, but okay.
No, he got mad when I said he was stalking us at the last show, and that's what.
Okay. So, okay. Well, we was gonna stalk you tomorrow. See that? We was gonna match the energy. We was gonna match the energy, girl.
Whatever.
We
Love you
love
too.
girl. Thank you for tuning in to Real Life Topics Podcast, man. Make sure
Thank
y'all
you for
follow,
having
like,
me.
share the comedian, Mr. Daryl
How, how
Mine.
long y'all motherfuckers been doing this? Don't block me off. I ain't ready to go yet.
I'm finna think I'm finna smoke some weed and no, I'm just playing.
Right,
finna-
right. Well, thank you for tuning in to Real Life Topics. It was a very good
Next
discussion. Make sure.
next time y'all gonna let me be myself all the way. Next time.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to be good.
this is Real Life Topics. You was yourself tonight. We appreciate it.
I know
Gratitude,
that is
sir.
my real self. Absolutely. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir.
And y'all Aquarius, peace out.
Peace out. Love.
Bye.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to Real Life Late Night. It's the second segment on Thursday nights, every Thursday night. We go live at 7 p.m.-ish Central Time, and then we have our Real Life Late Night After Dark segment.
We gotta do better next week though, because we ain't really been having a full, like, after the people go off, we need to, like, still talk about some serious stuff and then come here and do this.
Yes,
We gonna
yes.
figure it out, y'all.
Well,
We still
usually
gotta
when we
work out
do
the
interviews, we speak, we come up with a topic. So most of the time we come up with a topic, but at the same time, Real Life Topics viewers, we see y'all. You might not like and love, but it's okay long as you're looking. That's all that matters. And just make sure you tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Central Time. If you want to be a guest co-host on Real Life Topics Podcast, inbox us. Join the meetings of the minds, please and thank you. This is Late Night Real Life After Dark. Make sure you tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. You know what? And we ain't even gonna end the live right now. We gonna karaoke it out. We are gonna end this night with one more song from Young Teezy from the Quality Music Management.
We need to let that play. I need to. I'm on.
So let's go up in here and see what Young Teezy.
He was waiting on you to play. He was waiting on you to play. Maybe you should tag him so he can, because he wants.
How would I do that?
Send him the link. Can't post messages to some channel. Put at Young Teezy. Let's see.
Should have went through. We got to try this stuff anyway. But yes, guys, make sure y'all tune in to Late Night Real Life After Dark every Thursday night after the regular 7 p.m.-ish segment. Right now, we're going to play a little music from Young Teezy from the Quality Music Management. Quit playing with the Quality Music Management is in the building. And earlier we played one song called She Got It. And now we're on to the next song, which is called Famous, I believe, from Young Teezy. Shout out to Young Teezy from Quality Music Management. We just playing one song. Well, this is the second song. But make sure you guys follow, like, share Young Teezy from Quality Music Management. This is Young Teezy from Quality Music Management.
I feel like it's a curse, and I don't need no watch. I know it's my time.
Tune in to Real Life Topics Podcast every Thursday night, guys.
I feel like it's a curse, and I don't need no watch. I know it's my time. Out on the nights, I stayed up on the grind. Playing with these nickels, trying to scrape up on some dimes. I know that I'm blessed, and this gon' be a hit. I'm running up the sack, and this gon' be a bliss.
Every Thursday night on Real Life Late Night After Dark, we always play the up and coming artists that's on their way to the top and or on the top.
daughters. That's why I go harder. Don't believe me, just watch. You might just wanna record it. They say it's a gift. I feel like it's a curse. And I don't need no watch. I know it's my time. A lot of no nights. I stayed up on the grind. Playing with these niggas. Trying to scrape up on some dimes. They say that it's a gift. I feel like it's a curse. And I don't need no watch. I know it's
Young
my
Teasy
time.
from Quality Music Management, baby.
Playing with these niggas. Trying to scrape up on some dimes. Tell me why they hate, why they hate.
Tune in to Real Life Topics Podcast every Thursday, y'all. Y'all don't want to miss it. And if you want to join the meetings of the minds, tune in. This is Young Teasy from Quality Music Management.
Every day you just niggas ain't truthful in that battlefield. It feels like a curse, so I'm prepared for the worst. Gotta bury my secrets in the dirt, and I will never tell a soul. Bitch, me ain't never hustling for nothing. Gotta get that money like I'm like I'm running out of time. You know, shit get a little ridiculous. Like I'm running out of time. They say it's a gift. I feel like it's a curse. And I don't need no watch. I know it's my time. A lot of no nights. I stayed up on the grind. Playing with these niggas.
See where
Just hung it up there.
They ain't plugged in no way.
I feel like it's a curse. And I don't need no watch. I know
Seen it
it's
on
my
the floor.
time.
It was on the floor over here in the corner. I said, one of my kids. And I just hung it up. That was Young Teasy from Quality Music Management. Tune in and tune out the world to Real Life Topics Podcast every Thursday night at 7 p.m.-ish Central Time. Have a wonderful evening, guys, and we'll see you next week.